Hey fam, Leesia Monet here, and I have a secret that I have to share with the whole world. So lean a little closer, Now back up a bit because you're a little too close. Just playing with you. Reality is I am in the people helping business, and it's my business to help people. Faith and finance, they go together. Repeat, together. Forget tradition, forget challenges. God gives us the ability, I said it, and power to obtain wealth, walk in abundance, and break generational lack. Financial stability and freedom advances the kingdom, you, your family, and your community. At the end of this episode, I'm going to expose you to a way that you can do everything that I just mentioned. And for those decision makers and for those who run with it, I have something very special for you. So stay tuned. Let me love on you, right? Let's go ahead and get this show started so you can get what you came for today. Go ahead and hit that intro. Today, get ready for an amazing conversation and the value you're going to get from this amazing entrepreneur. Listen, she's an island gal. I know I probably didn't do that right, but I'll say it again. She's an island gal. And, you know, she's doing some major things for the community. Her heart is for helping people, and I'm so excited because she is making her mark and walking in her purpose, and she definitely knows her worth. And what's special about her is what she's achieved, where she's going, and that she aligned her faith with her actions. And she's an overcomer, and she is the clear evidence that when you walk by faith and not by sight, that you can achieve your dreams and live life how you want. We have the liberty of getting up close and personal with her, so let's do it. Hey fam, this is Leesia Monet, and I'm so excited, and I have an amazing person here with us. She is a power force. When I say a published author, she is a mom, she is Bohemian, and I made sure I said that right. Yes, I did, Bohemian, and she is doing some amazing things in Jacksonville, Florida, and I want to say internationally. So I'm so excited about this woman of God. She has such a beautiful story. She has an amazing spirit. And one thing that she wants to share with us is how you know your worth. Let me introduce this beautiful woman of God, and she's going to show you how she made it through by depending on her faith in the times that she didn't want to go through, in the times that she endured, because her answer was always yes, even when she did not understand where she was going. So I want to introduce
Latanya.
I gotta get that Bahamian accent right. Go ahead, say it again.
Latanya.
Yes, Miss Latanya. She's gonna break down some things for us, and I'm just so excited. And I know you want to hear what she has to say. So, woman of God, I just want to hear a little bit about you because your story is so profound, and we got to talk about this book. Let me tell you, there's some things going on, but we have to talk.
So my name is Latanya Maynard. I am a native of Rocksound, Eleuthera, Bahamas. It is one of the 700 islands that makes up the archipelago of the Bahamas. It is a very tranquil and a beautiful island. I don't know if anyone knows who Lenny Kravitz is, but he loves Eleuthera.
Oh, really?
Yes, and many other celebrities, they call Eleuthera their home. So if they love it that much, what do you think about me?
Yeah.
Who I'm a product of the great Eleuthera. I'm also, I coined myself as the Bahamian Beauty. My Facebook name is Latanya Bahamian Beauty Maynard. I also call myself Miss Know Your Worth. I am a purpose pusher, a motivational speaker, an author of 2 books. They're called All Hope Is Not Lost, which is my autobiography. The other one is called Pushing Toward Purpose. And I am currently writing books 3 and 4. I am a certified life coach, and I am a business owner and the business owner of Know Your Worth Apparel.
I love it. I love
and,
it.
And I am the mother of a soon-to-be 13-year-old. I'm going to have a teenager on my hands this year. And I am the daughter of our Creator. And you know who that is. Our Heavenly Father.
Hallelujah. I love it. I love it. I love it. And thank you for sharing that. Just a few questions that I really have. I know you share where you're from. We got an island gal. I'm not an island person, but I think my accent was okay. But you're located in Jacksonville, Florida right now. Well, how did you even get from the Bahamas to Jacksonville, Florida? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I came here to attend college at the age of 17 years old. I received a full 4-year scholarship from the greatest historically Black college.
You better represent.
Edward Waters College, that is. I'm gonna root for that school, okay? I love EWC. I did internship in my senior year at a juvenile correctional facility. So my career started out as being a juvenile caseworker, but I worked with this development delayed adults.
Okay.
If I was to wrap up all of those things, it would be social work.
I love it. I love it. And basically, you're in the people helping business.
Yes,
that's what you're saying.
I'm in the people helping business.
People helping business. What was that pivotal shift in your life? That thing that really made you think about, I need to do something different. I need to walk in my purpose. I need to go higher. That thing that, that shift.
Well, yes. And I wrote some notes, so I do apologize if I have to look down, because my family history and the dynamics is what ignited me to want to do better and to want to make a change. And let me tell you what I mean by that. There was a lot of past domestic violence, poverty and lack, and people in my family not living a purposeful life. And you know what? When I was younger, I didn't understand a lot of things. But the older I got, I see that there were a lot of generational curses, as some would mention, or generational deficiencies.
That's good.
Let's say generational deficiencies. Looking back at my own life, I knew some of it was because of what people in my bloodline did. Even in relationships and stuff, most of the women in my family just not in healthy and wholesome relationships. So that is even what made me, God giving me the vision to birth Know Your Worth Ministries and Apparel.
I love that. I love that. Me being a survivor of being in domestic violence situation, I just want you to touch a little bit on that, because I'm an overcomer, and that affects your spirituality, your mental health, emotional health. So if you could touch on that just a little bit.
Okay, so I grew up in the home where I witnessed my mom being physically abused. Then I saw aunt being physically abused, and then it trickled down. And then I was physically abused when I was married. I got married at the age of 21. That person was 14 years older than me. There was a lot of insecurities, and as a result, those insecurities led to him becoming physically, emotionally, and verbally abusive towards me. So I went through that for a period of at least 2 to 3 years before I decided that I had enough and that I needed to leave. And a lot of people are told that they need to stay in marriages to make marriages work. But let me tell you, the God that I serve, I really don't believe that he would want any woman to stay in an abusive relationship. It just, I mean, you can work through things, but the person have to be healed. And we went through numerous of counseling with pastors and even professional counselors, and it still didn't work. So there was a reawakening in me back then that, and even that has to do with worth.
Yes.
Do you see that? I found my worth by leaving. You know, that's
Come on.
I found my worth by leaving an abusive relationship. So, and then God is so amazing. I currently now work in the field with the domestic violence victims and survivors. You see how God used me. He transformed me from being a victim to a survivor and then a helper.
I love it.
He transformed me from being a victim to a victor, a survivor, and a helper. So I'm giving back. God is amazing. Sometimes, as painful as our stories may be, we don't know that it's going to help somebody down the road in the future.
Right, sis.
And back then, I had no idea that I would be in the field now where I can give back and where I can help to counsel and coach women who've been in my situation. And I told my family after the fact, because they didn't know when I was being physically abused that I was. I kept that part silent. But my sister eventually told her, and that is how I got out. But you know, and I just thank God that I got out, because a lot of women, they're not able to sit and share their stories of how they survived.
She's preaching today. The way that she's rooted, you can see how God is working through you. You know, how does your faith play into this? Because you know, you left out of a situation, and now you are helping people in a situation that you were in previously, and now also you are building wealth in this, because you know, hey, like it's a trifecta, a multi-factor. How did your faith tie into this? Like this faith walk that you're going through, like how did it get you to where you're at right now?
Oh man, I would say talking to God. Yeah, listen.
People do that?
I would have conversations with God, like how I'm talking to you now. I would get real with him and even though it's not that he's answering me back in like how you and I are talking, but I know he's there. Yes. I know his spirit dwells within me. I know he's there. And so there were a lot of you know, songs too that kept me up. Kurt Carr has a song called "He Kept Me."
Okay.
You know, I don't. If you haven't heard it, whenever you get a chance, go into YouTube and type in Kurt Carr, "He Kept Me." Yes, and you know what, Jeremiah 29:11. That's one of my favorite scriptures, and it says, "For I know the plans I have for you," and it declares the Lord. It's plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. And guess what? I regardless of what I went through, I know that the plan that God had for my life was great. But sometimes it's going to take suffering. But I'm telling you, with the suffering, it's going to come your promised land. Yes. Listen, that mountain may be there. But listen, that mountain may be there, but I'm telling you, and you might be poking at that mountain, but guess what? Eventually, God gonna do this. You gonna hop over that. So you no longer have to do this, because doing this don't even work. Because you're still not gonna be able to push the mountain down. So ask God to move you over that mountain. And so that is what He's done with me. And I think my fate is what caused me to have sanity. I'm telling you, without God and without faith, that's why you see a lot of people walking around in pain.
Say this.
Yeah, and I'm not listening. My job isn't to try to make you see who God is, but you gonna see who God is.
You better see it
in my story.
You better see it. Now, let's be real. We all go through it, but have you ever wanted to give up, or did you ever give up?
I wanted to give up a lot of times. I remember one day I was sitting in my car and crying, and I said, God, what are you doing? I near had a tantrum. Like, what's going on? Why things like this? Why this not? Listen, and it's like when I say that to God, it's like right. I done did that a few times, and like right after that moment, He shows up. And in that showing up, I can hear, I am the I am.
Come on.
I am the I am that you was crying out to and that you was looking for at the moment through whatever you were going through. So God is amazing, people. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
He's so amazing.
saying that's just a little bit.
Yeah, that's just a little bit.
Listen, and that excites me because I feel, well, I know for sure that when you are going on a faith journey, when you're doing something different, when you are doing something in front of people who say, oh, that's not going to work, don't try that, or because you're taking yourself out of a position where other people are still at, you stick out. And a lot of people don't like that, and they won't understand that faith walk, and it's a lonely walk sometimes. No. All the time, it's a lonely walk, but it's where God puts you at when you go through the faith walk, and you really have to hold on to Him. That's something that I've learned. You have to hold on. And what you were saying about the sanity, you will go crazy, and your mental health will be affected. You need to be fed spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. So I love that you brought that up, definitely. So right now, I know you have a baby boy, a teenager.
Almost.
Almost a teenager. Get ready, because I got two of them. Get ready.
Well,
okay. But no, what's for right now, the season that you're in right now? What is your biggest motivation to
break those generational deficiencies that's in my bloodline? I mean, everything that I do, that's what I'm doing it for. Even when it comes to my son, it's some things that's in his bloodline that I don't want him to walk in or be a part of. So everything I do, it is to make changes. I'm gonna be the first multi-millionaire in my family. In the name of Jesus.
And then whoever else is watching this, you better hold your hands up and claim the same thing too. Yes, you will.
The first
Come on.
Multi-millionaire.
Listen.
I'm going to bring change to my family's bloodline. And then they're going to be motivated to want to, you know, do what I'm doing or even do better. And another motivation I have in this season, and not even just for this season, but even in other seasons to come in my life, I love seeing others succeed.
Yes.
When you win, it does my heart good. Listen, I mean, I love it.
Yes.
It you know, I don't, that's why I say, you know, clap for people. Clap when it's not your turn. You want to know why? Because your time is coming. There's a time for everything. So if you understood time, guess what? You will know that your time gonna come. Trust me, God is not a respecter of anybody. The same way He'll do it for her or me, He gonna do it for you.
Yes. Oh God, that was. Listen, I don't even want to talk no more.
Listen, I'm telling you.
I don't want to talk no more. Let me ask you this.
Placemat. Someone made them for me years ago, but I you know what?
Listen, all this says to me is, you know, whoever even made it for you, this is your vision, and it's become a reality. You got placemats, you got luggage, travel luggage. But the thing is, when your vision started becoming a reality, when you looked and got that, oh my God, the aha moment. That's what it's called. You're like, this is really happening. Like, how did it hit you? Bam.
Oh man. Well, Know Your Worth was birthed in March of 2016, and then the apparel store was in May of 2016. You know, things, you know, started out slow, and then, you know, it'll pick up a little bit, then slow. But guess what? It wasn't until this pandemic that things that I prayed for, God started manifesting. And let's count the years. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. People, it wasn't until 2020 in the pandemic when some things that I was praying for came through. First of all, I'm going to share this part with you. I Know Your Worth was birthed out of me not having tangible, the money. I was using the money that I made in salary to start this. My one and only sister told me that I needed to not go through with it because I didn't have the finances. But people, can I tell you, as much I love my sister to life, but can I tell you, I don't care if it's your sister, your mama, friends, or whoever. If God tell you to do it, you better do it. You understand me? And guess what? In the natural, 5-6 years is long. You understand me? In those years, you even want to give up. But can I tell you, what seems long to me or you, it ain't long for God. And guess what? I'm so excited even as I speak right now because I know there's great. I didn't prophesy how I'm going to be on Oprah Winfrey show, all over the media news streams, talking about knowing your worth and encouraging people and telling people about the goodness of God. And guess what? I don't even have to say his name, but they gonna see the glow and they gonna know who gave me the glow.
Listen, I love that. I love it. Y'all, she was before Oprah. She was
exactly. and I appreciate. It'll keep, and I'm a humble person anyway, but it'll always keep me humble to know that these people gave me an opportunity to share my story. I have to say this. Just know that whatever it is that you prayed for, you may be tired of it looking one way, but I'm telling you, God is going to show up. It's like, oh God, what's going on? Like you're in such shock because you didn't expect. But I'm telling you, I'm at my pinching moment. I'm saying, God, is this you? Because it's happening, and I believe, and I'm prophetically declaring this over my life. And even and you who listening, because it's for you too. I believe that between now and December that God is going to do something major, and it's going to blow our minds. You understand me? And I'm going to come back. I'm going to share the amazing things. Everything, whether you can see it now or not, I know coming to pass.
I love that. I love that. And I'm so very adamant about people understanding how faith and finances, they flow together. And you said that you did not have, but look at your increase now. Someone said something, sister, whoever, someone always saying something because they don't see the vision that God has for you. So that's just something important to me, that don't look at what you don't have. Look at where you need to go, because God's going to give you the provision, or he's going to align you with people who are going to be a blessing to you, or he's going to give you a strategy on how to increase your finances. It's just different, but it's still God. This is something I wanted to share.
And you know, be it according to your faith, not the faith of others. Be it according to your faith, because your faith could be stronger than those anyway. And I don't have weak faith.
You heard that.
It's not. I don't have weak faith. No. So I always, you know, I knew deep in my heart that God was going to do it for Know Your Worth Ministries and Apparel. So, and he's proving it daily.
Look at this.
This is my first book. It's called All Hope Is Not Lost, and it is my memoir or autobiography, as others would say, or something that is. So yes, All Hope Is Not Lost.
I am so excited. I'm excited what God is doing in your life, what he's going to do through you, for you, around you. I'm around you, so the residue's going to jump over here. This was amazing. You know, sometimes you want to say stuff and then there's nothing that comes out because you said everything. You'll be back soon because you're going to be a kabillionaire. I'm not even a multi-millionaire. It's not even a word. It's a kabillionaire.
It's a kabillionaire.
Kabillionaire. Yes, I just made that a word. I did.
That's okay. Use some words of inspiration and encouragement. The number one thing I would say is to keep God first in everything you do. Keep them in between, keep them on the right, keep them on the left, keep them on the center. Even though we're not perfect beings, you know, let's strive every day to be God-like and be like him and to consult with him. And with that, and with keeping him, it's difficult to fail. And you know, if you do, he will give you directions to get up and do it again. Be authentically you. Why? Because we have enough people pretending. We don't need any more false pretenders. Be all who he called you to be. Die empty. Listen, don't leave no space. Disturbing others. Do it with or without the approval of others. You understand me? Do it with or without the approvals of others. As long as God approves it, and you've had that conversation with him and you know you have, then you'll be fine. Because that's why a lot of people aren't walking in their purpose and being who he called them to be, because they're too worried about the noises in the market instead of paying attention to the price of what's in there. Too many of us get stuck on what the next person is saying and how they're saying it and why they're saying it. Also, I would say this, keep going. There will be times when you will have to stop on that journey. But the number one thing is, do not give up. Don't give up, because I'm telling you, your promised land is right there. It's closer than you even could see it. But if you decide to quit, you ain't gonna get to it.
That's right.
So that is it.
All right, well, I love it. I love you. I appreciate you. And we will see you guys soon. I love you. Faith it through. Hey, fam, let's have a personal conversation and definitely keep an open mind. I have a few questions that's going to shift your mindset and show you where you are and where you need to be. And I'll show you how to get there. Have you ever considered what it would feel like, what it would be like to put you and your family on the other side of money? Do you deserve real wealth and freedom? Do you understand that the generational shift, it begins with YOU? Our proven results, training, mentorship, access to tools and resources important for you in your wealth building journey. If there was a way that you can learn a skill set that is recession proof and allows you to make money just like the big banks do, but on your terms, would you take advantage of learning that skill set? Fam, if you answered yes to any of those questions, it is evident, it is apparent, and it is a must that you learn how to become your own bank and learn how to make money work for you. You're not born building wealth. It's something you have to learn. I'm going to expose you to a way where you learn a skill set that you'll be able to make money every single day if you wanted to. 2020 has shown us that job security is not secure, and that having multiple streams of income is a must. How do I become my own bank? I am so glad you asked. What you're going to do is you're going to go to BeYourOwnBankMovement.com and you're going to go look at those testimonials. There is an info sheet or a contact sheet. You're going to fill it out and tell them that I sent you. It's very important that you say that. Or what you can do is you can contact me directly on the platforms that are provided for you. And what's going to happen is you're going to enroll, you're going to learn, and you are going to profit. And the big kicker is on your 10th day of your wealth journey enrollment, I'm going to hook you up and send you and a guest of choice for a 4-day vacation stay to Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes. So listen, I know you're excited and I'm ready to go ahead and send you to Las Vegas so you can get your Vegas on. What happens in Vegas? Hey, you know the rest. Keep it to ourselves. But I'm excited. I love you. So let's go ahead and build wealth, invest in ourselves, and be a blessing to others. Faith it through.